All right, episode 55. If you don't know, now you know. We got Blake Harris in the building. Yeah, we can give it a clap. But we got the city. The Basement Boys got city commissioners in the motherfucking building. Did we come up or
Come
what?
a long way.
All right, nah, but we got Blake Harris in the building, man. I went to school with this guy. I think he might have been a senior or a junior when I was a freshman. So I've known him for a while. We weren't personally close, but you know, Sandusky's rather small. We all see each other in passing and things like that, and watch each other grow up. You know, how long has it? What you been a city commissioner for? How many years?
Just over a year.
Over a year?
Yep.
Okay, so he's been a city commissioner over a year. Been doing his thing, and he reached out. It's kind of different having somebody, you know, from that's in the city, working for the city, to reach out. You know what I'm saying, to basically the community, which I've watched him do on multiple occasions throughout his time being in his position, and he reached out to us. So it's like, shit, pull up. You know, we already know each other, and you know, we could come chop it up. It's a lot of good stuff we need to be talking about, and that's what we're here to do tonight. How are you?
I'm good, man. Shoot, just chilling. Yeah, this is a little bit of downtime in between the grind. So so I'm here, man, and I appreciate the opportunity. So
yeah, man. Hey, you giving us an opportunity just as well, man. We gonna vibe it out. We got to talking about music and all this other stuff, man. Let me see what we got going on, man. What inspired you to want to be a city commissioner, bro? That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Coming from, like, you know, being a young black man in Sandusky, just growing up and, you know, doing whatever, it's like, damn, I didn't think that I would know someone personally that would be going for that position. But when you're younger, that's how you feel. But now that's like a reality for us. Mm-hmm. And you did it. So how do you feel and what inspired you?
Yeah, no, I think, man, like, you know, in short, you know, I think I can kind of sum it up by saying, you know, I just aspire to inspire like others, you know what I'm saying? And I know I wasn't like the typical and or like conventional candidate, either by makeup, by age, I mean, you know, you name it, right? Mm-hmm. So heck, even from an educational standpoint, you know, heck, I'm a college dropout. So
me too. I think we all are. A lot of us are.
Yeah, me three.
Look, we all are college dropouts.
Yeah. Shout out to Kanye West.
Right. So but you know, so yeah, I think I just wanted to.
Jared has a degree. He's over there like, my bad.
No, you good. But no, man, I think I just wanted to, you know, take the opportunity to, you know, not only, like I said, just maybe inspire and kind of create a path, you know, for those after me, but also bring about, you know, some positive change, and just to, you know, show again those that are coming up, man, that you can be yourself. You can stay authentic to yourself, and you know, and get into these different rooms, these different places, shake these hands by just, you know, being yourself. So
you just woke up like, you know what, I'm about to just make this move.
No, not necessarily. So so that was something that like kind of began to like manifest itself over the course of about 2 years. Mm-hmm. Actually, so a past commissioner by the name of Nikki Lloyd, she was actually the first one to kind of drop it on me, and I had actually like met her. I didn't even really know her very well, but I just set up a meeting with her. Mm-hmm. And so we actually met on the rooftop. We got to talk. Hell, we probably talked for about every bit of maybe an hour and a half, just sharing our passion and whatnot for the city. And then next thing you know, she just looked at me and was like, you know, have you ever thought about running for city commissioner? Mm-hmm. I looked at her and I actually laughed at her. Yeah. I was like, wait a second. I was like, I don't even know what that is. Yeah. I was like, secondly, I was like, I'm not even sure about that. So I brushed it off, and then truth be told, man, just over time, like that next year and a half, other people ended up like just expressing those same thoughts and that same sentiment, and it just kind of manifested itself. So here we are.
So that process and getting to that, how was that process of actually running and getting people to vote for you? Yeah,
so it was interesting, man, because like I remember, man, I had a couple people like, shoot, keep it real, and you know, it's not to be taken like the wrong way, but man, my mom even like looked at me and she was like, man, you sure you ready for this? Because because she you know, I think a couple people around me like just wanted me to make sure I had all my ducks in a row.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I I was like, but I'm me though.
Yeah.
Like flaws and all. Like I want to do this because I feel I felt as if I was being, led by a higher being
Right.
to do this. I was like, so this time is gonna be now.
So before we get into that, let's
Yeah.
go a little bit back.
Yeah.
So Sandusky, born and raised.
Yep. Yeah, born and raised.
Graduated in 2006.
Yep.
And has been living here ever since.
Yeah.
Parents here, all families here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a diehard Sandusky guy.
Yeah. Yep.
Anything else that you would like to, anything within your background and your history before now that you would like to talk about?
Shoot. I mean,
I know you're a father.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. My father just 7
How is
years.
being a father right now with the COVID?
Oh, it's, man,
in school and shit.
Man, straight up, man, like shout out to her mom. You know what I'm saying? And
That's always the plus.
Yeah, she really, she really holds it down.
Well, we the plus, really.
Yeah. No, man, she's been doing such a great job and really just holding things down. And even her husband as well, man. So it's awesome, man. We got a pretty cohesive, thing going on.
Well-oiled machine.
Yep.
Like.
So it's I mean, I'm not even gonna front. A lot of that, although I partake in that and she keeps me up to date, I know the burden for me is nowhere near as much as it is for her. So, but all in all, man, luckily my daughter, she's a small being that adapts very well to change and things like that. So she's straight, man, doing well. She just actually just eclipsed 100,000 words read for the year already. So
That's what's up. Congrats to her, man. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Doing their thing. It's crazy because my son is in preschool, man, and this tablet shit, man, and learning on the tablet, it's just the most annoying thing. I want the kids to be in school learning. I'm not no fucking teacher. I'm not doing this shit. I get so frustrated doing this damn tablet shit.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. No, so we want to go back to where you're at now when you're running for a position. After you ran and you got the votes, then you guys had to do a recount. What was the recount about?
Man, so like it was crazy because I mean, as a lot of people probably know, like, man, and if you don't, well, you're about to hear it, I guess, for the first time. But man, so the night of the election, I had actually lost by 6 votes. I came up 6 votes short, and
You pulled the Al Gore.
yeah.
He said recount.
No, but man, for real, man, that was like an emotional ass night. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt defeated. Shit, I actually went live afterwards. I look like Tyrese.
I think I remember that. You look like Tyrese.
Yeah, man. But no, man, it was super tough, man. But then
That's kind of how Trump felt.
yeah, yeah, right.
But he actually lost though.
Look, Blake won, Trump lost. All right, okay.
Yeah, but
you got it.
But no, so and that's when I found out, that there's going to be an automatic recount, and and they were like, hey, just hang in there, like anything is possible. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess, and it was crazy because like for a moment, like my faith was on the ropes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I don't know. So they said, basically that was like a 2-week process.
Yeah.
And it was so odd because although I thought it was going to be like a very like painstaking, like I'm sitting there nervous, like just, very anxious over those 2 weeks, I was actually calmer than ever,
That's good.
And then the crazy thing is I got that call a couple weeks later at about 10 a.m. And that's when I found out. I ended up winning by 13. So it was a nice, it was a 19 vote swing. Which was actually it made Erie County history. It was the biggest swing in Erie County
So this
history.
happened before they've done recounts?
Yeah. It's not a very common thing,
But
It's because
But
it was
yeah.
so close, like because the race was so close.
Yep.
They had to recount. Okay.
Yeah.
So who would have thought that, you not even believing or thinking that you would be a city commissioner, not even knowing what a city commissioner does, till you're in this position where you're like kind of you on edge, and like you said, your faith is on the line.
Yeah.
About something that just before, like, you wasn't even thinking about, but you put so much time and energy into it because you found the passion for it. So now it means a lot more than before. It's that shift is kind of crazy. How long was that from when you made the decision to when you actually became commissioner?
Yeah, so I think I knew I knew I was gonna run probably, I want to say it was almost about 18 months before it actually came to fruition. So it was a little while, you know. So I started sharing within my circle that it's like, you know, I think I'm gonna do this, and then obviously it's like a year. It's basically like a year of campaigning, you know, prior to going into it.
How was the campaigning?
Excuse me. No, you know,
it's your first time.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool, and like I was very honest. Like I was honest with myself, and I was honest with others, man. Just because I was, you know, it's not like a presidential campaign, right?
Right.
Where you just, I mean, you put everything out there. You know, you put it all on the line. But like for me, you know, for us like regular old people, it's like, yo, like we've still got lives. We still really be going like door to door and whatnot. So I hit up my homegirl. She came to me like just saying like, yo, I'm here to help you. And she's into marketing. Like she has her own small business. And so she was like, Blake, like I'll do whatever for you, you know, and we can do this, like make this happen. I was like, oh shoot. I was like, that's what's up. And man, we pushed the hell out of social media. Yeah. And the crazy thing is like looking back on it, I mean, I think it did make a difference, but had we got more like people in our age range and demographic out to vote, I think you would have
blew it out the water.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you know, all in all, man, I think it just goes back to kind of just you know, being a hometown boy and just, you know, pushing that social media content. It ultimately you know, I edged him out.
Right.
So yeah.
I kind of wanted to talk to you about something that, because I remember when you were running and stuff like that, and I think we had a conversation, or I heard you say something of the nature that you said, I'm not a politician.
Yeah.
And I totally understood it, you know what I'm saying, when you said it. Mm-hmm. And you know, if you want to touch the people, and you want the people to believe in you, you want them to know that, you know, I'm one of y'all and I can relate to you guys. But I'm still in this position, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not a politician, I'm one of y'all. But my thing was, I sat and thought about it, and I was like, you know, in order for us to get in these positions and play the game or you know, shift and maneuver, we must be that. You know what I'm saying? So you saying like you're not a politician, but you are now. Like once you got elected, you became one. Mm-hmm. But you still have an, I feel like you still have an identity. You are still Blake. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you make decisions that could possibly affect your people, the future, or you know, the well-being, not necessarily the well-being, but just how some things work in the city. Mm-hmm. You know, you could give people opportunities, take away some opportunities, anything. So when it comes to those things, I feel like, but I could probably say, you know, from watching, that you probably feel more like a politician. You talking to people more, you having to have these conversations, you getting out to people. Would you say you feel like more of a politician?
I mean,
but I don't want to make it into
no,
stereotype,
by no means. So the thing is, man, like I look at, we just, okay, so, you know, since we calling it that, like the thing is the way I look at it is like if you're a business person, mm-hmm. I mean, like really, or an entrepreneur, is really no different.
Right.
You're still getting out there. You're still connecting yourself to people, meeting people. You know, building up that social capital and things like that, right? Yeah. So for me, it was kind of, I guess, just like a smooth transition. Yeah. You know, because even prior to, you know, me being elected like a couple years ago, when I was 29, in fact, yeah. You know, I took the initiative just to begin like reaching out to local entrepreneurs, business owners, mm-hmm. like those people who I aspired to be like. I literally sat them down, asked for a meeting, and said, "Hey, like I want to know your life story." So, not to get too far into that, but to answer your question, yes, by default, do you get to meet, you know, people in higher places or however you want to look at that? Yes, yeah. You know. But again, it goes back to you don't have to change who you are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's just what truly is important to me, yeah. Man. And that's why, that's why I've never changed how I move necessarily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Other than obviously maturing and growing as a person, but
Right.
but no, man, that's why you'll still.
That's why he still got his hat on backwards right now. He chilling. I feel
yeah,
that.
and and that's also why, speaking of that, that's why I also, I ran my election that way. I did interviews with my hat backwards prior to getting elected, because it's like I just wanted to show people like this is who and what you're gonna get. So I won't even switch it up,
Right.
for that.
And I respect that. And I just was teetering that line of like, yo, in order for us to really shake and move, we must be these people, because these are the people that shaking and moving. We all say, oh, politicians is crooked. And I know that's why a motherfucker don't want to say I'm a politician, because everybody is like, all politicians is crooked politicians. Fuck all politicians.
I mean, even by making the move of just coming on here and talking is one step in showing, hey, I'm not a politician.
That's why I don't think like that, but I'm just telling you, like, here's a spectrum of how I was thinking, how I could think, how we, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking on all different aspects.
So here's an example. Like, some people have, some people have already asked me like, oh man, or suggested like, oh man, we need somebody like you as like a state rep, like whatever the case. And I just laugh and I look at them. I'm like, no, that's not me. because that there, I think that might very well require you to switch up or compromise who it is that you are. And that's just something when I gotta begin questioning things and I gotta, kind of compromise who I am. Like, I don't want that. That's not for me.
That answered my question then, because I was going to ask you, did you have like bigger aspirations as a politician, like to go even further? So
not a lick. Man.
Okay.
Yeah, not a lick. Yep. Nope.
So, but is there any? So how long do you plan on riding this thing out then?
Yeah, that was my question.
I'm one and done, man.
Really?
Yeah.
One and done?
Yeah, I'm one and done.
Well.
Yeah. It's so crazy. I knew that going into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because the thing is, I guess it's not that it doesn't, that it has any less significance, but I believe that without the title now, I can still accomplish great things, and that's all it is, man. I still even struggle with my peers and people down at the city building calling me Commissioner Harris. I'm like, no, call me Blake. Like, it's I don't like titles, man. Like,
and I said they said that shit.
Yeah,
said, look at dude.
Yeah, but so it's still real weird, because it's like, nah, man. Like I just want to be me, man. I'm just me.
Yeah,
very humble.
Yeah, so it's but nah, man, no, nah.
Senate. Well, you ain't gonna go up to the Senate.
Yeah. Nope.
Thought you was gonna work your way up.
That was one of my questions too.
Congressman.
I wanted to know then, like, so what are your goals during this term? Like, what are your goals?
Yeah, how long is the term?
Yeah, 4 years. Yeah.
Okay, and then so what do you hope to achieve or put in motion while you're here? Then
So it's dope that you asked that, man, because for so long, perhaps it was COVID and maybe a couple other factors, but we're really beginning to kind of roll out a few of the things that I've been a part of, as far as particular initiatives and things that have just began to manifest itself over the last 6 months. And just a couple of things. I've actually belonged to an organization, For Love With Love, for the last couple of years. I'm a board member there, and I also had the program for it's called Drive for a Better Future, which we're actually going into our third year. And basically what it is that our charity does is we give driver's ed tuition grants, $350 a piece to high school students. And we're almost up to, I believe, about 30. We actually added St. Mary's Central Catholic into the fold. We gave out 6 grants to students there last year. And then, like I said, we've done about 12 to 15 each year over at Sandusky High, and we'll be bringing that back. Actually, applications kick off March 8th for that. So we'll be in our third year of that. And then in addition to that, we just myself, Jarvis Cole, Spencer Patterson.
Shout out to J. Cole. Shout out to Tone.
Yeah, and then a couple of young ladies, Abby Bemis and Sarah Ross and others. We actually just launched a minority business empowerment team, and that I think is really gonna begin to like get a lot of steam. And our main goal, man, is just to not only spark further, young black entrepreneurs and just minorities in general, right? But also give them the tools and resources to not only get started, but to, but ultimately to become sustainable, and keep that business going long term. And hopefully then that way they can inspire others and help others along. So, it's like
That's
each
dope.
one teach one type of
That's
deal.
dope.
And we actually just, we got a $50,000 grant. So right now we're dishing out 25 grants to minority businesses with COVID to help with COVID relief.
Oh,
That's dope.
So yep. So that's going on right now. Man, and then
So you're busy.
Yep. And then I hope to start teaching some trade because I'm in the drywall hanging and finishing. I hope to begin to teach that out at Ehovie hopefully within the next year. We've had some conversations with that. And
When did that come about, the drywall thing?
So
You've been doing. I feel like you've been doing that since high school.
Oh yeah. I did. I remember I did some work at your grandmother's house and your grandfather over there on
Yeah,
Buchanan, way back. Yeah.
I remember you used to live next door to me on Park Street. I think you and your dad used to do stuff like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
too.
You and your dad, right?
Yeah.
So you and your pop started that business. Or
Yeah, well,
when did
so
that start?
man, I did, man. I literally grew up in it. And it was something that growing up, I always told my pops I'd never do it, but with his teaching and a little bit of divine intervention, here I am now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man,
It's a good trade.
Yeah. I started finishing. I started doing finishing work when I was 14. I'm 33 now.
So
And now I've made it a full
Legacy Drywall. How long has that been an official business?
Yeah, Legacy City Drywall.
Legacy City
Yeah,
Drywall,
I formed
my bad.
it. Oh no, you good? So I formed that last year, last March, man. And this last for real 4 weeks has been mind blowing.
Really?
And really just this last week, that article came out.
Yeah.
Shit, man, my phone hasn't been ringing.
The register do something for you. Got some trade or skills.
Yeah. Shout out to Andy Oriole, man.
Shout out to Andy. That's the homie. He put us
did
in
my
there
article,
too.
yeah.
Yep, he did all our articles. He gets everybody together.
Say
man.
hanging up drywall is not easy. I had to do a wall at my house. That mug is trash. Boy, it got lumps all in it. The walls uneven.
Shit, it cost-
I did a couple
The crown at the molding at the
I
top
did
and the
some
bottom all
ceilings.
backwards and
Ceilings
shit.
was good, but the walls, I don't really.
Could have used your help in here.
So you
that's
got.
for sure.
We did something in here too. So you have employees now, or
Yeah. So the thing is, man, is so when it comes to drywall, I really am, man. I guess in a way, I want to become the go-to guy, here in the area. And then what I do is, I also I perform a lot of the work myself, but then I also got guys who I sub out. And so there's about 10 guys that work, I guess, under me, if you would. Okay. And we just landed our first big development project downtown for the Water Street Lofts. So that's 8 units, which is the biggest deal I've ever had. And then we're getting into a lot of new construction around here, man.
That's what's up, man.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's dope. All right, so what else we got? We got it's kind of a lot to talk about. A little bit this, a little bit of that.
Well,
down what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say you were going for it. I
Downtown
think.
Sandusky.
Yeah.
Perfect segue.
Downtown Sandusky. Yeah, he was just talking about the lofts.
I would say there's been a couple articles in the paper.
There's been articles in the paper about everything
this
downtown.
past couple
It's
weeks, a lot of
stuff
changes going on. Yeah.
It's already been changing. The city, I feel like the city is divided about the decisions being made. Am I right?
A lot of people in the city are divided about it, for sure.
So a lot of people are calling it. A lot of our people are saying that gentrifying it, but I'm gonna explain how they're not. If we get into that conversation, but so what is going on downtown? What was the articles that you were talking about, Jared?
Well, just the one about the new
hotel.
Well, that got passed with all the new things that they're bringing in now, and that's the main thing that people are upset about. Me personally, that was my biggest complaint about it was the hotel and that. But yeah, so.
So what? Why is there pushback for the hotel? What is the pushback for? Why do you have pushback for the hotel?
Me personally, I just think it's the wrong location. We already have. I mean, this is the city of hotels. I don't think we need it in downtown Sandusky since it's already such a focal point of the city. I think putting that down there is taking away from it.
Before we go into this, though, because I want to talk about this, and we got time tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You got time tonight?
I got time.
He got time tonight.
Got time.
So before we get into these things about things that happen in Sandusky, can you explain to us how these decisions work? Because, and I'm sure that a lot of our listeners might want to hear this, because I'm sure a lot of us are ignorant to how things are approved and how things work in the city. And
before even that, I want to know, like, how do these decisions get made up? Like, who decides a hotel's even gonna get put down there? Like, and that's the type of direction I want to know too. Continues.
No, it's basically that. So, like I said, because a lot of us are ignorant to knowing, and then we get pushed back to the people that we see, like you get pushed back about some things that happen in the city.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You've got, there's been plenty of social media backlash about
no doubt.
Blake on, we've all seen it. You know what I'm saying? And people are pushing back about, and it's because you're the face, but especially, we got so many angles to go, especially because he's black, he gonna get the pushback.
Yeah.
But so can you explain, like, how does these decisions be made, and how does a hotel even be brought about?
Yeah. So to touch on on his question, so something like the whole redevelopment plan and re-envisioning downtown and things like that. So like we hired a firm, MKSK, out of Columbus. So we go ahead and hire them, and these are people who, they do this for a living, right?
Yeah.
They put together many studies. So they have a lot of, they're pulling, so they're able to basically compile so much data and things. Everything like these days has an algorithm or has a mathematical equation, this, that, and the other. So
sounds like the Matrix.
Yeah. So then they go ahead and they create this plan, this vision, right? And then but even prior to that, there were stakeholder meetings, which I was actually able to be a part of, and that is a whole nother, because there's not enough black people in the room. We definitely get that, right?
Yeah.
So, and then maybe that's another conversation for another day. But
we can talk about it today.
Yeah. But there are stakeholder meetings, and I'm gonna just put it out there. We're currently having conversations as to how to get more blacks, more women, more minorities in general, right, in those rooms.
Yeah.
Because I've one of the guys that works at Greg, he straight up one time said, hey, we got too many older white men in here.
Yeah.
He's like this isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
Going forward. So, but again, back to. So we have many different. I think I attended 4 stakeholder meetings, and so this planning really goes on over the course of like an entire year, right? Mm-hmm. So we try to compile as much feedback, and with this new vision, this new plan, the only thing that we voted on was just to adopt it, right? So that doesn't mean that anything is imminent. Yeah, like nope, nothing is set in stone, because now what happens is before. We'll still have to, put things out for public opinion and everything like that before we actually even think about beginning to implement something like this. And something like that hotel, that would actually take private investment. Mm-hmm. So, and personally, I think, when you mentioned the, we got Hotel Row on 250, like that's nothing against the township. But that's the township.
Well, even then, we still have all of Cleveland Road that's stacked with them. Mm-hmm. We do have some other ones that are local. But, just even in general, I know what you mean. But that is, I don't know, just me personally, I think it's a bad location. And plus, there's other things downtown that I feel like, I know, like you were saying, it does, the money comes from different areas. But, we have just vacant lots that are empty down there right now that need to be built, and we're waiting to get grants for this and that. And these are different people trying to, work on this. And I understand that, but I still think like one thing should take priority over another. Like, is it the Holgriffs, or I forget who it is? Yep. They have that whole building right on the corner that they just took down this year, and it's not going to be put up until I think next year or the year after.
Yeah.
And they're still, and I think they only have like 30 or 40% of the funding, and they're trying to get the rest in grants and stuff. So it's like something like that. I just think.
Yeah.
Needs,
I mean, well, so with that particular building, like that's actually going to be all in all like a $13 million investment.
Right.
And I think they're just I mean, the kickback that they're looking for is really a fraction of that. And they I actually, so the For Love with Love charity is actually them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, those people, man,
they're doing great things,
they're doing awesome things, man. And they I mean, they really, you talk about giving back, man, they really do. So
see, how I see it is for real, like the money is always going run things. Like we could always want for things for the people, for the city, and things like that. And people say, oh, they gentrifying downtown, and I'm like, they not really gentrifying downtown because niggas was never downtown anyway. They just upgrading it. So that's not gentrification. People still is in their neighborhoods. I mean, all right, Cedar Point is kind of trying to venture down the hood, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, but they ain't took down nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? Fireland's got a couple spots on Hayes Ave, but they ain't took the hood spots. Like Camp Street.
They have been moving on the East End though. My house my mom used to live in.
Yeah.
They tore that mug down. Cedar Point took all them houses. They sold it to Cedar Point when my mom still living there.
At the corner,
so,
like in the back.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's
they getting there.
But Cedar Point bringing. Well, I guess if we bringing in a lot of people that's from out of town, but we getting the more money. Cedar Point bringing in money to Sandusky. Mm-hmm. Without Cedar Point, I don't know where Sandusky would really be.
That's what I try to tell everybody all the time. And the thing is like that relationship is better than ever. You know, that private and public, relationship and things like that. I mean, that's awesome, man. And I mean, and the fact that they're willing to, collaborate with BGSU Firelands and build a campus downtown Sandusky. I mean, that stuff, you're talking about things that is like curriculum wise, there's no other copy in the entire world.
The new sports park or whatever. That's amazing.
That's crazy.
Like that whole facility is amazing. So
when people give this backlash about the things that are going on in the city, what is their alternative to you? What is their solution? Like because I've seen you've had a conversation with this is why I could respect Blake. Blake will talk to people that we don't have any political influence. He talking to us, and this is not about to really help him. It's gonna help him because he's gonna get his voice out. But like he's coming to talk to us, you know what I'm saying? And like we don't have any influence on if we gonna vote for him again or not or nothing like that.
Well, we can apparently.
Yeah. Well, we obviously we can't. But it's like, so I've seen you talk to people on Facebook. I even heard. I'm not gonna say any names, but I heard that he even met with some chick that was talking crazy about him on Facebook. This chick went live and was talking crazy, and he met up with her for coffee or something like that and had a conversation.
Yeah, we had a couple drinks. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you do get this backlash about these things going on in the city, what are some of these people's solutions? I want to hear them.
9.8 times out of 10, they have no solution. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I struggle with. Because, the easy thing to do is straight up just be like, man, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm gonna just do what I do. Like, bye, But I don't believe in that because I don't think that's the right approach either. Because all you're doing is, you like doing this and then you just keep going your separate ways, right? So I'd rather take that approach. I'd rather continue to be accessible and let people know that I'm approachable, just because through simple conversation, and I don't know why us as people make such a natural thing so difficult. Yeah. And it's like, just come sit down with me, let's have a conversation. And actually what I learned from her was her issues didn't even necessarily have anything to do with me and or local government. Yeah. It was a part of kind of like, what was going on from a federal government standpoint. And then maybe just like how crazy life was at that point. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how I look at people's energy towards me sometimes. Like you can look at me and say like, Blake, man, like fuck you, you know.
You
but
supposed to be doing this. You supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, but I'm like, man, where is that coming from? Though?
It's because they have their own little issues, though,
right? And so,
or they it's people that are kind of
selfish.
Not even selfish. Maybe like just a tad bit just envious. So it'd be like, if he could do it, I could do it. But you know, why he doing it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And there's a lot of shit. Of course, man. There's a lot of criticism and whatnot, but
well, there's a lot of people too that just like to test the waters. They're like, oh, there's a new face here. Let's see what this is about. Let's see.
I think you get that as well. I think you might have got some of that from people. Like I'll see people talking about stuff on Facebook, and they might just be wanting
that and with the mix of you being black too. So
well, and that's just kind of the culture of everything right now. Is like somebody pops up out of nowhere. Let's dig and find out who this person is. Let's see, what if they got anything, what they're about, and that's just the internet culture and anything. So I mean,
I feel like another thing is you're so accessible too. Like people see you and they feel like they can just approach you like that and talk to you like that because they probably don't talk to anybody other commissioners like that or won't go off on them.
Not at all. And it is. Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse.
Yep.
But I knew that. I knew going. Hell, I could have deleted my social media a long time ago and not had to deal with anybody.
I don't go outside no more. Right. I'm at the crib.
So with the whole aspect of downtown and Cedar Point. With you, working in the city, is it a focal point for us to attract tourism?
Yeah, I mean, and also not just tourism, but we have to find and develop ways in which we, listen, Cedar Point is always going to be like, and what they bring is always going to be the focal point, right?
Right.
But then we got to figure out how to implement certain things or develop certain spaces to where we can sustain ourselves, throughout these, winter months and things of that nature. So whether that might be, hypothetically speaking, like a hotel. So then that way, maybe that ends up allowing the state theater to have bigger acts because then maybe we do have a hotel right behind us, or maybe that hotel has a little small convention area. So then rather than Kalahari being booked for some cheer competition or some corporate outing. Maybe those corporate outings can come down here, and not to say that we don't have Sandusky folks living or working at Kalahari, and you get my drift, but like usually most of the people that are in downtown, they're here. There's no doubt about that. So
I think we scared of change. I think a lot of people in Sandusky are scared of change in the city aspect, and they don't understand that there's a lot of opportunities when it comes with like people having more money around and more things going on. I think that there's more opportunity.
More people equates to more money. So we need more people here, not just like tourism, but people that come here and live here too.
My question is though, how does the everyday man, like maybe you, us, who are just living in the city, working the jobs of this city, like what are the opportunities for us to get these better things that are improving in the city? Like you are working on these great apartments now. Like somebody like how do I afford working my basic job and doing the basic things in the city to get a place like that? Because I'm not the demographic to work down or to live down there.
Well, that's how it is. Really, in any downtown, in any city, right? You gotta have a certain amount of money to live downtown. If you work a regular job, you're gonna, not a regular job, but like maybe a little bit above minimum wage job. That's the kind of house you're gonna get.
That's what I'm saying. Like, as in, but that those jobs aren't in Sandusky. So are we looking to get people from out of town to live here? Because there aren't people.
There's hella factories around here. Hella people working at factories.
Well,
factories is hiring like a motherfucker all around this bitch.
So kind of to touch on your question, like the way I kind of look at it is, and kind of to your point about like gentrification is like, maybe really not, but
you got to push people out.
So like so we talk about so like rental prices and things, oftentimes come up, and it's like, oh, this is too expensive. Like you're pricing people out, pushing people out, and my challenge is like, well, wait though, like are they? And sometimes I wonder if people, I'm gonna just say it, maybe lack perspective to a certain extent. And what I mean by that is, in different cities, whether it be Cleveland, hell, you go to Chicago, homie paying a few grand a month for a one bedroom.
My dude, Loyola, he was paying like $1,500 for a living room.
Yeah, studio.
Nothing was in there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So I kind of look at it, and we're the lady and I are like down in Chesapeake, but my thing is like, so you take 900 or you take an upwards of 13, 14, right? 13, 1400 a month. Well, yeah. If you're on your own, yeah, maybe that is a little tight.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but damn, what if you were coupled up? Well, that's just what you was paying anyway.
Yeah.
So not that you gotta go find you a booth so you can live nice, but I'm saying that's kind of just the way I think about it.
And this isn't necessarily coming from me. These are mainly the conversations that I hear people have. Is like, well, who do they expect to come in to live here and all that? And it's like, well, and I have these same things. It's
people
like, well,
running these positions.
Obviously it's that, or it's people who, and like you said, that are able to get those positions.
Because there's rich people there's a lot of rich people a lot of wealthy people that live around here.
For sure. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, and real quick, I just wanted to touch on, man, it's such a false narrative, not even about rental prices, but and I guess I'm gonna ask y'all a quick question. Do you think that downtown is just too expensive?
No, I mean my sister lives downtown.
No.
Yeah, she just moved. Yep.
I feel like I've been places and I've seen things and I know how it works. So downtown is like, it's on the water. It's nice. That's what it's gonna cost. You know what I'm saying?
If you go anywhere to where it's like by the water,
people that work at my factory it's people that work where I work that can afford those apartments downtown by themselves.
But I'm not even talking about like the apartments, bro. Like I'm saying a lot of times I'll read comments to where downtown is too expensive.
What, the food?
I can't find a meal. It's too.
Food?
Yeah, I swear I read these. You've probably seen.
Oh,
them.
I know what you're.
And I'll sometimes look and I'll be like,
all right, what are they talking about? Zinc and what's the other spot?
Crush Wine Bar.
But Crush isn't even. I mean,
Crush not that.
Landmark.
Crush is worth it.
The thing is like places like Crush. Places like Crush have expensive items on the menu,
but
it doesn't mean you gotta.
But this is the thing though. When they go out of town, it's like I think a lot of people just want to complain about here, but it's like you go out of town, they gonna do the same. You do the same thing.
Motherfuckers go get a whole. They'll go get a whole section. You'll go get a whole section in bottles when you go out of town to Cleveland. But if a motherfucker up the price on a plate,
$30 plate, they can't even do it.
Yeah.
Come on,
so
man.
It's fight everybody. That's why they fighting.
So yeah, so it's different, man. But I see stuff like that, and I'm like, no, man, my favorite meal. Actually, I just ordered it tonight, man, before I came here for takeout. But small city is my joint.
I'm about to say, you stay at Tampa.
There's a lot of people in this city who live by the chain, the supermarket, the stores that
don't come down.
They don't shop local. They don't know what that life is like. They don't go to the farmers market. They don't do that.
But them be the main people that be complaining, talking shit.
And that's what I'm saying. So they're going to be the ones who usually are going to be the ones who are shopping at Walmart and going to.
You're not even supporting your people, but
exactly.
you want everything to be cheaper and all of this shit. But you go spend a bag at Walmart.
That's why. It's because those people. I think a majority of, I want to say, probably have that mentality, but I don't know.
They accustomed to going to buy some shit from somebody they don't gotta see. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to give their money to a motherfucker they know that they're gonna have to see walking around and shit, getting living successfully. Motherfuckers don't want to go get a sushi. They don't want to see the little Chinaman. They don't want to see a little Chinaman pulling up in a Porsche, man.
And I feel like things like farmers markets and stuff still have like weird stigmas. Like, I don't know about like the black.
Was that racist?
What?
Yeah.
Don't he call himself little Chinaman?
Oh yeah, no, he does.
I'm about to say that ain't racist.
No.
Cocky little Asian guy.
Cocky little Asian guy.
Yeah.
Right, Chinaman was probably that was probably racist. My bad.
Yeah,
Cocky little, China that was racist.
Yeah, China.
My bad. My bad, Kai. You know I fuck with you.
He would have laughed for sure.
Yeah, he would have laughed. Yeah, he would have laughed at that. He would have laughed at that. He's made some amazing jokes before. That's a funny dude. Yeah, but so downtown.
I feel like let them do their thing, man. They gonna get it right.
Them the best restaurants in Sandusky or downtown.
For sure.
Hey, if you ask them, listen, y'all. If you from out of town,
they might say,
and you ask some motherfucker what's the best shit in Sandusky, and they say Japanese steakhouse, don't fuck with them no more.
Hey,
for real.
No, that is a good.
It's a good spot, but if they say that, they ain't real ones.
No, that's like I get that asked all the time. Like I work downtown at one of the coffee shops. Hey, where do I go for lunch? Hey, where do I go to eat? And I always say Bara, Tap House. Like like wherever.
Hot Dog Tony's or some shit.
Exactly.
Whatever, man. It's all down there.
I never suggest anything else. I hit one of the 7 pizza places that are local in this town. They're all good.
Yeah. Yeah. Hella local pizza.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about it, man. If everybody continue to support each other and do like, you shouldn't have to worry about it. Just keep supporting your people and they're gonna thrive. Some of these businesses shouldn't have to be shutting down since everybody is for the city and everybody for supporting one another. So none of these local businesses should be having to shut down. Right or wrong? Or is they capping? I think they might be capped.
I don't know.
They're at Chick-fil-A right now.
They mad that it ain't open on Sunday.
You right about that.
They mad. They pissed.
I don't like Chick-fil-A.
They want to break in that motherfucker and start cooking on Sunday.
They at the window like, hey.
They squeezing their own lemons in that motherfucker.
All right, so all right. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, and just real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but we're actually going to be looking for a lot of feedback because we're actually going to be looking into a South Side plan. Here coming up, and that was actually,
that's my hood, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, and that was actually so that was actually within that article, but folks just
they
overlooked it. Huh?
Yeah, they overlooked it conveniently.
They was like, South Side, no, but downtown.
They bet not downtown.
Yeah.
So y'all about to gentrify South Side.
So what all kind of plans you got for the South Side?
Skyscrapers, no. No, actually, so we're going to look to get stakeholders who are invested in that area, which, a couple of them, I mean, they own quite a few properties over there, but even folks that have just been over there, like your folks over on Buchanan. So we're really going to look to get a lot of community feedback because what we don't want to do is have some investor come in and then just start building a bunch of new residential housing.
Yeah, for real.
we really want to make an effort to keep the fabric, there.
Y'all should, on some real
saying?
shit, if y'all ever, when y'all do have that meeting, I would like to come talk about that because I really do care about the South Side because the South Side has changed significantly. A lot of houses have been torn down. They tore Terry South Side down. That was hanging on a limb for a decade. A lot of stuff is just going down. It's just really
that's
the
crazy.
houses, the people aren't keeping up with their shit. Like it really needs to be. It needs to be revitalized.
That was one of the questions I wanted to ask you about, like stuff like that, like the areas in Sandusky that you think that we could like fix or like not fix, but like just change up a little
revitalize.
bit. But I didn't know if you're allowed to talk about it, so I didn't know if you'd be allowed to talk about that. But
no, man. I mean, contrary to popular belief, man. I mean, if my word means anything. I can't tell you, the people that I work alongside and the conversations that I've even had with, our city manager, Eric Whoopser, man. When I tell you that this dude just like, he has a great heart and he genuinely like cares about everybody and he's very honest and transparent. He's even honest in the things that he doesn't know about, and that's why he welcomes so much feedback and he really sets out to try to get things right, but there's human error, right? So, we can't always knock it out of the park. We're not always going to go about things the right way, but I mean, I guess I'll say this, his intentions are pure. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that he ended up staying rather than, taking his talents to Ann Arbor. So
when it comes down to the lower sector of Sandusky, the poverty community, is there any plans for these areas for some of the parks? I know they're redoing a lot of the parks. How about some of the housing? I believe some of these landlords need to be bought out.
Man,
I believe,
especially the slumlords.
Hey,
there's a few apartment complexes out here that are really bad, and I believe that there should be somebody with, like all these projects. There could be a new housing. We could put some new housing apartments. For the, you know what I'm saying? You could up the rent just a little. You don't gotta up it that much, but they could still be low income apartments. And why isn't it that we can't redo low income apartments? We want to do the high income. Is that a thing?
Yeah. So like what I would like to see more of, and this is something that I actually began looking into prior to being elected, because actually it was one of the things I touched on. Like during my campaign, but what I would like to see more of is a term that they refer to as inclusionary housing. So the thing is like if you develop a new space or you redevelop an existing space, right? So say there's, let's say 50 apartments, right? So the inclusionary housing means, so out of those 50 apartments, you have to make 10 or 15 available to lower income. So it just, you offset the rent for those specific units. So you'll be getting the same quality, but there might be folks in that building paying $700, and then there might be folks in there paying $1,100 or something like that. So I would like to see more of that. But in saying that too, you're not going to start seeing that until we have things to attract those, those individuals who have that capital.
Income-based housing is what that is?
Inclusionary housing. Income based, right.
Based on the income.
Yep.
I've never heard of that. I would have to look into that to have a actual opinion on it, but I don't know much about it. But it sounds like a decent idea to, like you said, to offset and get some.
I feel like Sandusky though, man. It's just so like people be complaining about something. They'll find something to complain about with that. You know what I mean? So.
I mean, everybody, wherever you at, somebody's gonna be complaining. Somebody gonna be complaining somewhere. Jerry, what you got? I see you over there looking.
No.
What you looking at?
Just making sure.
So, all right. I had a bone to pick with you, and I was gonna bring it up on the podcast, and we gotta talk about it. And this is the Black Lives Matter protest. I don't know if you frequent this show, but I've had my opinions, and you might have seen some of my opinions on the internet about Black Lives Matter.
We call him Coon Zeke on this podcast.
You're not allowed to say that.
Oh shit!
Fuck?
They call him that.
See, you gonna get us fucked up. They got this white man on here calling Blake and Zeke coons and shit. This shit is crazy as fuck.
But they was on my ass though. Thought I was.
Look, and it's Jared the whole time.
You start, Jared.
And it's Jared the whole time.
Y'all put the brother down.
I'm just making sure you putting the blame in the right direction.
I should have knew it would have been
brother man instead of the other man.
Knew it was gonna be him. No, but all right. I'm not like crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like I have strong opinions about, and I still do. I'm still totally against the Black Lives Matter movement. And here's the thing, Blake. I understand where you're coming from, but for the people that think like me, we need to have a conversation because the killing of George Floyd happened. Black Lives Matter protests across the nation. People, even the local people, feeling some type of way. Everybody think Antifa about to come pull up and do all this crazy stuff. They get the board and stuff downtown. How did you go about doing this protest? Because you ran this protest, right?
Nope. Nope.
Oh,
so let me touch on that.
I was mistaken. I was mistaken. Yep. I had a bone to pick when he can't even fucking run this shit. All right, well, I'm gonna really talk bad about it now. Come on, let's hear it.
So what's so crazy? So I think it was it prior? I think it was like a week or just a few days prior to myself, Devin Johnson, Bill Hill had the Sandusky United event.
Okay.
Down at the pier.
Was that for?
Okay, I remember that.
Was that for because of his son?
Was that? No. It really, it was just. I mean, it truly was. It was what it was called. It had the intention of uniting Sandusky, because just despite all the all the unfortunate events occurring throughout the world, like we just thought it'd be like dope just to try to bring people together, have some positive vibes, show that despite all this racial inequality and everybody just kind of being at each other's necks, like Sandusky can still bring people together, so that was our event. And then it was so crazy, and now I see it live in living color. I kept hearing like people were like, I saw comments like, oh yeah, Blake put this BLM, it's Black Lives Matter. I was like, huh?
Hold up, yo. I think this nigga Mandela affected us, bro. This the Mandela effect right now, bro. So you didn't run that,
bro.
Wait. So basically, it just kind of just threw your name.
But you was there though, right?
Were
you there?
You was just
I was there.
in commission, and just you know what I'm saying?
Who the fuck? All right, my bad. Who started it? Who ran it? I'm not trying to shit on nobody though, but like who started the Black Lives Matter protest?
I'm not even gonna front. I don't even recall.
So y'all telling me the police started the Black Lives Matter protest?
No, because
I see them helping out.
I think it was like a young brother though, but I don't.
Young brother.
Oh, it was a white woman again.
See?
Oh my God.
It was undercover brother.
Y'all see what I'm talking about though? I thought, look, I'm thinking like, damn, this nigga Blake done hooked up with the cops for a Black Lives Matter protest.
No,
and the cops done
it
killed
was
the goddamn niggas.
it was Karen. It was Karen.
My mama named Karen. Hey, hold on.
Not that Karen.
It was Karen.
That's episode today. It was not that Karen. It was another Karen.
No, but seriously though. So, damn, that's what I was really thinking that, and I was like, I'm gonna talk to him about it. When I get him on the show, I'm gonna talk to him about that because.
See? So now,
and I was not even on the show. I wanted to talk to you about that in person. I was like, man, just because, and I don't, it really don't matter what nobody believe in, but I just seen what it was for, and I want people to know, like, what are your intentions with it? Like, you could see people support shit or whatever, but I need to know your intentions with it now. If you supporting that, I need to know your intentions with it now.
Yeah, you know, man, the thing is like,
not supporting it, but running it.
No, yeah. See, so the thing is, man, like, so even with like a lot of the events that I've either planned or been a part of, like, for instance, like, there was back when the Charlotte riots happened. Yeah. That's when all this stuff started. So, like, I had to stand against racism, gathering. Like, I don't even like, this is me. I call stuff gatherings because I don't even like the term rally because I think it has a negative connotation.
Yeah.
Like, I think it, naturally it means like, oh, this is about to be some rah-rah.
KKK rally, is the first thing you think.
So yeah, like whether it's a stand against racism gathering or I had the positive vibes only walk, and then linking up with the fellas to do that Sandusky United. Truthfully, I always just try to stay away from being too pro on anything, Yeah. And it's not to say that, like, I'm not riding or I don't support. It's just for me, that's just not how I move. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never even been a real, like, oh, Black Lives Matter, like, really, because I'm like, okay, like I get it and I respect it, to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? But I really just sit back and just kind of find my place in it all, and see what it is that I can do to maybe just bring people together. Because again, I mean, I might have some initiatives and things right now, that are going on to ultimately, uplift help propel,
I don't know, man. You sound like a politician right now.
No, well, hey, it might be by default. But for blacks and minorities, but in the same sense though, man, like I just want to see people win in general, just people.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter is a lifestyle. It's not really it's an organization too, but it's more of a lifestyle. Like, that shit just should matter in your everyday, man. Mm-hmm. You running around getting behind these people that's collecting millions of dollars and not giving back.
I was gonna say that
they got wasn't
they twerking on Instagram?
Yeah, and they won't make Instagram twerks, and y'all getting the M's. That's what they did. They clowning us. Like, if you sit back and you just look at certain shit, like, oh, Black Lives Matter, they did all this.
They took that and used it advantage.
Hey, now months later, you got a chick twerking on Instagram.
Verified Black Lives Matter, like the actual
verified Black Lives Matter.
The actual Instagram.
We see what's going on. It's all right. It's all good.
We get used.
But no, it was something else. No, about the Black Lives Matter shit. I forgot. But I didn't want. Oh no, I know what it was. So basically, when how I saw it, and how other people would see it, like, damn, it was a testament on myself and how I was thinking, seeing somebody just being there, or being at the Black Lives Matter, and you just automatically tying them in with the bullshit and not just being a regular human being supporting other human beings. Mm-hmm. And that's what I've come to realize as well, that sometimes you can't just be mad at people for supporting things. They might just be supporting other human beings, but you can tell people that, like, the things that these people actually stand for or what they're actually doing, you can tell them this is what it's about. Like, people need to be aware of these things, of agendas and where they're putting their dollars. Really, it's with their dollars, because you donate these money and you don't know where it's at. So not where did it go to? It could have went to the wildest shit. Epstein had a whole island. How did he get that money? Us.
Taxes.
Shit like that. What you think we paying for with taxes? Blake, do you got the answer for taxes for us? If you got the answer for taxes for us, you don't say it here, because we're all gonna die.
You're the GOAT.
You the GOAT. He said, if you got the answer to taxes, then he's the fucking GOAT.
Say it off the air.
Hey, no, I do want to know.
Goat Harris.
You used to work, when I first started working at my job, you used to work there.
Yep.
And why the fuck do I got to pay taxes for Bellevue and Sandusky? That is bullshit. And then they don't even take out my Sandusky taxes for me. I got to pay it on my own.
Yeah.
You do?
You don't got no answer. He don't deal with taxes.
Yeah.
He don't deal with taxes.
No, I was gonna say, speaking of taxes, because this is I'm a kind of dead a rumor, or a misconception, I should say. But just for those of folks that don't know, Sandusky does have the lowest income tax rate by far. That's compared to Lorraine. You compare it to Norwalk, anything. We have the lowest.
Has the lowest.
Yeah, 1.25.
So wait,
You heard it here.
So wait, so what was the? See, look, because I don't even know. Like he's saying some shit to people that I don't even know. Because he like, y'all need to know this, because this is the facts. So what's that mean? Like, that was speculations that we did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Go Harris.
And we could have other things, i.e. rec center, if we
Yeah, what's up?
If
What's up
there
with
was-
the?
Yeah, can we talk about that?
Yeah, what's up with the rec center? Because
said
of the taxes. That's why we don't have a rec center.
I'm saying, like, so when you compare us to other things, I mean, all I'm saying is that's not for sure. But I'm saying if something like that were to take place, then that could be a tool that we would need to implement in order to make that happen.
And that tool is high. See, look,
Up
you
in the
gotta break
taxes.
it down. You got up the taxes. See, I wasn't there yet, and then you got me there.
Honestly, I wouldn't really care about up in the taxes if we.
My bad.
Y'all tripping.
But like I said, to your point. Oh, and just to tie it all in, the reason why our income tax rate is the lowest is because of entities like Cedar Point.
That's why he a politician and I ain't.
So we set the Rex right outside of Sandusky in Perkins Township.
This
It's
episode
right
is called "Blake is not a politician."
Wait, what you say, Jared?
Nothing.
No, you said we set the Rex outside of Sandusky. You said
No.
Oh, that was smart. Well, there are
we
Rex
got-
outside Sandusky. Fremont.
no. I was thinking he was saying
we
like
still-
I think he said like Perkins. or something.
no, we still needed to be accessible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Centrally
And then we
located.
might as well just not even do it.
Yeah,
Just
right.
Go to Fremont or Norwalk.
No, I think we do need a rec though. With everybody
Yeah.
around, we need a rec.
See, I thought the Y was going to turn into one, but they did something else with it.
I've been seeing people at the Y. I've been hoping they.
No, they not doing. They doing
No,
something
no.
I
else.
think we
Somebody
can
else
keep
bought
going,
that.
Light
It's
manufacturing.
pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, we keep going.
Well, I was gonna say we could dive into the
No, wait.
the
I
good stuff.
had
You said somebody else bought that,
one
buddy?
more.
What you
Yeah.
got?
I have one more question before we start. Well, no, I'll ask that at the end.
What they
I'll ask that at the
go?
end.
What they gonna turn that into,
when we
buddy?
wrap it up?
It's a business that they do. What are they building over there?
Commercial window and door.
Yep, I was about to say doors, but I couldn't.
Yeah, it's an honor commercial.
Yep.
So Blake, what you do in your free time? Like, what you doing? Like, what are your things you like to do for fun? You got any extra hobbies? I mean, I know a lot of us don't got free time.
What you watching on
time.
Netflix?
What the hell is free time?
What do you do for your leisure?
Nah, man. Shit, for real. Shit, I'm a big boxing fan.
Same.
Yeah, I love boxing.
Yeah, I love boxing too, man. I love boxing too. I even
Shoot,
get ready to-
man. Yeah, I don't know, man. Shoot, my favorite drink is Crown.
you drink, you like Crown.
I'm a real social drinker though, and I'm actually cutting back on. I made up my mind last week. I'm cutting back on that, man, because I'm really just trying to lock in. Like, this is like the busiest time of like my life, like for real. So I'm just trying to be
Fresh
sound.
decisions.
Yeah, I'm trying to be sound like all the time. So that's why I got this water, because you better believe if you would have caught me. If I would have been in here last Thursday.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, I
This would've been
appreciate you
Crown,
inviting me
man.
to your birthday.
Yeah,
Get up,
yeah,
man.
no doubt.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, I appreciate that,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Appreciate
We
you
was at the
coming
Top
through.
House, eating sushi, having good drinks. That was pretty good.
Nah, yeah, and other than that, man, shoot, yeah, I just like kicking back sometimes, man. Watching TV, obviously, my free time is made up of my daughter and heck, and even her little sister.
You travel much?
I usually take like little short intermediate trips it's been a second. Like I don't know, we went to like Hawaii a couple years ago, less than a couple years ago, and then we make it to Chicago like once a year. That's my favorite city.
Yeah.
I do like Chicago
with Shank.
Yeah. I fool with the homie all the time, man. So.